Hail them.
Hailing frequencies open, sir.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
I don't know why I keep giving alien street food a chance. It's always such a gamble.
Captain, we're being hailed.
On screen.
Hello, and welcome to another Hailing Frequencies Open podcast. As always, I am your host, Mike Jones, and joining me here in the virtual Zoom studio, when he heard today's topic, he was hoping to find out if all of his moonbathing prayers will be answered. It's Damian.
I hope they are. I'm very excited about our topic today.
Me too. So let's get into it. Our next introduction, we promised we don't... Sorry.
Oh, God.
I know. It's funny. I even thanked Damian for making this intro simple for Lanita.
Yeah, and he said, and I was like, read it cold. Read it first, Mike.
I read it first. This is why it's like in school when, everybody has to read and you like count the people ahead of you and try to read ahead because that was me. It's such anxiety. Okay. We promised we don't have Stockholm syndrome. Syndrome? Okay. I'm going to cut this.
No cuts.
No cuts.
Ruined.
No backsies.
Ruined.
No, this will be all great for TikTok.
Yeah.
We promise we don't have Stockholm syndrome. She's actually very nice. Blink twice if it's a lie. It's Lanita.
I am very nice. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. Hi, Mike Jones. Hi, Damazon.
Are people blinking? Okay.
I blinked, but because I was not, it's on speaker view, so nobody saw me silently blinking. So
right. You read the title of today's episode. We are talking about Trek Tarot, and we have a very special guest in the house to discuss that with us. She creates handicrafts, designs, and cosplays in Grand Rapids, Michigan. She's best known for The Legend of Tarot, a collaboration with her wife, webcomic artist, video game developer Riona Page. She earned a BFA in illustration from Grand Valley State University. She has since designed other decks, including the Tarot Files, based on the X-Files, Pokemon, playing cards based on Pokemon, and what we're discussing today, the Trek deck. More on that soon. Please welcome to the pod, Alex Page.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Alex. Welcome.
Thank you so much for being here. So, a little background on what got us to this point. So, a couple Christmases ago, my husband Tim bought me the Star Trek: The Next Generation tarot deck, which is a mass-produced deck. It was my first tarot deck ever. He bought it kind of as a gag gift. In fact, I think maybe Santa brought it. Maybe it was in my stocking. But I fell in love with the idea. I have issues with this deck. It's not a great deck, but then I bought like my own traditional deck, a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and started I just dove into the world of what tarot is and how to read the cards and like the history of it. And then fast forward to my birthday a couple months ago, and he got me a new Star Trek tarot deck. This one is from Etsy from, is it DeosilDesigns?
Super close. DeosilDesigns.
DeosilDesigns on
I don't even
Etsy.
know if that's how people pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it.
But that's how it should be
pronounced.
And he was like, "Did you even know this existed?" And I did. But yeah, he bought it for me, and it is everything I always wanted in the Star Trek tarot deck. So I immediately went onto Etsy and messaged the creators and was like, "Hey, I love your tarot deck. I have a podcast.
Want to
Will
come
you come
on?
on it?"
Yeah.
And luckily, Alex said yes. Yay!
Yes.
So that's how we got here. So okay, I think we'll start by kind of explaining tarot a little bit for those who might not know. If you are watching the YouTube version of the pod, you will be able to see what we're talking about. Because I have a few things on camera. Can you guys see that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the mass-produced deck that I got a couple Christmases ago. Um, and this is the uh, custom made with love deck that I got for Christmas or for my birthday this year.
Ooh, it comes in a
And
silken pouch. I
I
like
know
that.
it's lovely, isn't it? And I love it. It's like the little delta, but then it's also like, a pentacle. Um,
Oh, that's so good.
so tarot is usually a deck of 78 cards, 22 major arcana, 56 minor arcana. Now the majors are I'll show you with this deck. The majors are um the cards that you might have seen before, the lovers, death, the devil, that sort of thing. In this deck, they're each just really portraits
Hmm.
of characters. They represent in the traditional deck a kind of a story, or at least you can look at them as a story. They can often represent major points in your life, people that you're encountering in your life. Here's the lovers in this deck.
Go to the right, Mike Jones. Your head is there
Oh,
you
my
go.
head. Oh, I don't have
But you
the
were
head
good.
on my
No,
screen.
but you're good.
Um,
Oh, they're the lovers. Ha
there's the
ha.
lovers, right?
Oh,
Um, so
makes
so that gives
sense.
you an idea. So that's the first 22 cards. Then the next 56 cards are divided into four suits, just like playing cards. Only instead of clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds, it's wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. In this deck, they have changed that to be cloaks,
Vulcans,
batleths,
batless.
starships, and latinum.
Hmm.
Each suit has a, a page, a knight, whoops, a queen, oop, a king, and then 1 through 10.
Okay.
In this deck, the 1 through 10 are represented just like numbers. So the two of cloaks is a picture with two ships. In the Rider-Waite, we call that a pip deck. In the Rider-Waite Smith deck, the numbers have full illustrations, so they're a little bit easier to read. So one of the reasons I don't love this deck is that the minor arcana are just, like here's the 8 of Latinum. Like, okay,
Boring.
that
8
doesn't
pieces of
really tell
latinum.
me a story. It makes it a little harder to read. Um, so Alex, were you familiar with this mass-produced deck?
So I didn't know about Telecade's licensed
Hmm.
TNG deck before I started working on my own. I was aware of, and I'm forgetting blanking on the manufacturer or artist for this first one. I was aware of the original series tarot deck before
Hmm.
I began my project, but I thought I'm just going to go ahead with it because I want to do 90s Trek. I want to do the suite of Next Gen, DS9,
Yes.
Voyager because I love the overlapping storylines. And I knew that it would be challenging to fill a deck using only one series. So I really wanted to, they feed into each other, they bleed into each other. I just couldn't see one existing without the other.
It's funny. As I was looking through it, I was like, "This is Berman era Trek. Like this is like my Trek,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what we grew up watching." Um, so I just want to take us through some of these, um, so that will, I think, open up the conversation for discussion. So the Fool, which is traditionally
To the
the
right.
um,
Okay, there we are.
the first
Is that
character.
Wesley Crusher?
It
Yeah.
is young Wesley
Jesus
Crusher walking onto the
Christ.
bridge,
Yes,
his mother
idiot.
in the turbo lift.
I love it.
And traditionally, in the Pamela Coleman Smith deck from 1912, the Fool is in this kind of position, only he's about to walk off a cliff. So he's like starting his journey. Um,
That tracks here.
Yeah,
it
he's just the
does, it
new
does.
guy.
He's just the new guy. Um, the magician, we have Quark.
Yes, Quark.
Yes.
Um, again, the body language is very similar. So Alex, did your wife do the illustrations?
This one isn't a collaboration. This one is just me.
This one's
But
just you. Oh,
this
great.
one's just
Wow.
me. When we go to a convention, people know us as the tarot people, and they know the Zelda tarot deck.
Yes.
Um, and of course, there are plenty of tarot projects out there for Zelda now, but when we created it, it was 2014. So it made a huge impact on the fan base. And that's what people know when they see us. They're like, oh, the Zelda tarot people.
That's
And
awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense. Yes, Picard. Oh my God.
he's the emperor. I just can't think of anybody else to fit
No.
that seat.
Yes. The
Yes.
perfect emperor.
Yes.
Um,
Did
Now
you?
the
Oh, go
emissary, now
ahead.
this is traditionally the Hierophant or the Pope.
Mhm.
So I think that I mean that's makes perfect sense for Cisco.
Absolutely. Because he is.
Mm.
He is. Lanita, what were you about to say?
Um, w- did you? Oh, they're the lovers. Oh, that's cute. Did you, in like a traditional, I'm not gonna say a tradition. I shouldn't use the word traditional. In a the deck that I remember from the 90s, like the illustrations were reminiscent to me more of like the way that playing cards were illustrated, very basic colors, reds. Like it looked more
Yeah.
like traditional tattoo colors. Like that was the
Yes.
palette. And the different poses like the hangman. No, who's the one who's upside down,
No, you
feet.
got
You're
it.
right.
Okay,
You got
That's
it.
right.
the
And
one.
then like the not the hobbit. I don't the he's in a cloak, he's
The
alone.
The
hermit.
The
Hermit.
hermit, thank you. Um and you know the classic pose. Did you have those in mind when you were deciding which characters from Star Trek to put in and what sort of scenes? Because it's like you have scenes like Deanna is in her room in that chair, like we that looks like her, it looks like her quarters, like that looks like with with the emissary, it
I'll show
looks,
that when
yeah,
here. Mhm.
that is definitely her room, you know what I mean? Like did you have that in your mind of certain scenes that you wanted to depict
Yes,
on the
definitely.
cards?
Yeah, so first came the character choice, and then came the how do I bend this to that deck that everybody's so familiar with to help them make that meaning.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really pretty.
oh, thank
It
you.
is.
I really Deanna's card is one of my favorites, and I named her the goddess instead of the traditional high priestess title as a just a little joke because Barkley calls her the goddess of empathy.
Hmm.
That is the kind of detail to attention that made me fall in love with this deck because it was clearly made by a real fan who like understands the characters and the stories. And there's such a canon of Star Trek just with these three series that you can find examples of any emotion of almost any scenario. And yeah, you've done an amazing job with them.
Because that's what
Thank
I just like as you were flipping through, like that's what I noticed. Like there are scenes like, yes, there's Neelix making horrible food in that kitchen. Like people would think it's like it's just I was like, oh, okay, I know exactly where we are in the ship. I can in my head be like, oh, I can sort of remember maybe an episode where this happened or where you saw this scene from. It's they're gorgeous. Is
Oh
that
my God.
like gold? Like
Thank you
when
so much.
like
No, it's
as you're it looks like the gold looks like it's shiny metallic-y from a distance. It's nice. I like them.
I
Now I
would
have to get a
love to
set.
do like a gold embossed version. I work with a really
Mhm.
wonderful printer, but so far they don't do embossing.
Mm. I mean, I can understand that's probably difficult to do. Who are the lovers? Hold on, Mike Jones. Go
Okay,
back.
I will go back. Um, the lovers are
Is that Jadzia
Curzon
and
and
Curzon?
Jadzia.
Oh
Yep.
gosh, beautiful.
This scene
Oh.
hit me like a ton of bricks. I don't remember. I've written it down in the guide. I do not remember how old I was. I think I was maybe 10 or 9 when Deep Space Nine came out. I remember this scene and I remember not knowing exactly what was going on, but
Mm.
feeling the emotions of the scene and like, oh my gosh, this is a tender thing. This is a giving and receiving thing. Someone's going to end and then someone else is going to
Going
begin.
to
And
begin.
I had to put them there.
That's
You know, it's
beautiful.
funny because I that image that you chose for that. I mean, that is it is clearly I remember it from that episode, but it was never I
They
look
were
at it now, and
holding
that's such a powerful
hands.
image, but it didn't strike me that way in the episode, and I'm seeing it now in your card in that way, and it's so
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh. That makes me so happy. Like, this is the reason I do this. I do this so I can share ideas with people and just open up new discussions about the fandom. Like, my body is a machine that turns 90s fandoms into tarot.
You
Can
love
I
it.
ask you, like, is this the like I remember the scene and I remember that setup of them sort of like top to toe like that, but is
Mhm.
this taken directly from the episode? Is this have you taken liberties with the layout of these? Like, I don't remember it well enough to
Definitely
know on site.
liberties and references. So I definitely used references for the faces, and I want to make sure that the details, like I'm like I'm watching it over and over, grabbing a little screen grab here and there, to get like, okay, the controls look like this. If I need to give it enough detail. So like Lanita was saying, it reminds you of the scene, but then yeah, they were never holding hands.
Okay.
So
Mm.
it's partially what's in the show. It's partially what I needed to say for the cards.
It's funny
Got
because
it.
I literally looked at that and I was like, I can't remember. I can't believe I didn't remember that incredibly powerful image. Like, you fooled me into thinking it was directly from the episode.
But I honestly, this translates what it means to be Trill and what it means to be a symbiote and what it means to go from one host to another in, I think, a
Yeah.
much more powerful way, just this layout, than them
Well,
not
and
holding
actually, not
hands.
everyone is watching this on YouTube, so
Oh, okay. We should
someone we
describe
should
the card.
describe.
That's
Okay.
true.
Describe, Alex. Can you actually just describe this card that we're transfixed by right now?
Sure, sure. So what we're looking at right here is one of the major arcana, and we're looking at the lovers. What we have is Jadzia on the left side of the card, and she's laying on a table. This is visually from the top that we're looking down on this table, and we can see Jadzia laying down. She has her left arm crossed over like this band of bright light that divides her and Curzon. Curzon is laying on the right side of the table, and he has his left hand crossing over that beam of light. And they're both wrapped up in those little maroon, like dark red mummy wraps that they had in the
Hmm.
show, where the surgeons were always wearing, like red surgical gowns. So you can see some of the surgeons around them assisting with the transplant. And there's just, Curzon has his head back with the most relaxed and resigned expression because he's very at peace with what's about to happen. And Jadzia, she looks excited and she looks nervous and grateful for the transfer that's going to happen.
My
I
God, your
will say for
description of that
those
is like
watching,
almost as beautiful as the image.
I
yes.
know. I was like, okay, am I feeling a little teary about this?
I'm
Because
getting a little emotional about a trill
I'm
joining.
like, because I want, because in your, but this is what I mean. Like, this singular card has made me go, okay, now I want to go back and watch
Mm. Hmm.
these moments because I mean, I love Trill. Like, the idea of like passing on generations of knowledge to the next person, the fact that the way you described Curzon as being resigned and very at peace with what he knows is about to happen, and then Jadzia being excited about it, like there's no fear, it's just excitement, I think is it's beautiful. It's a
Y'all, we're
beautiful
we're
card.
just gonna spend the rest of the episode talking about this one card.
About this
I
I
one
know.
mean,
card.
we could.
I,
Jadzia is my favorite character, and it's my great regret that I couldn't fit her into the deck more. But
Mm.
this is just where she belonged, and I couldn't wedge her in anywhere else. It was, maybe I should just make a Jadzia deck.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be
It
awesome.
contains multitudes.
yes.
Hmm.
I will say for those of you watching on YouTube, I don't think the camera is really catching the details. It's kind of having trouble focusing. So definitely go to Etsy and check out the actual deck. Just to give you a heads up.
Yeah, if you
But
search for my shop, it's just DeosilDesigns. I know it's weird to say, it's weird to spell, but it's Deosil and then designs. You'll find me.
ooh,
Oh, yes,
um,
our
the
traveler.
the chariot. Um, Here we have Captain Janeway in her captain's chair, um, looking very thoughtful. Can you tell me what your
Contemplative.
thoughts were when you
Mhm.
made this card? Or what does
This
the chariot normally represent?
The chariot normally represents control and victory, and it
Mhm.
usually has most illustrations, including Pamela Coleman's illustration, has a charioteer mounted on this chariot, and there's two either sphinx or horses or other creatures pulling it in what appears to be maybe opposite directions. Usually they're a dark color and a light color, just emphasizing the different directions you can go. But that's not the focus of the card. The focus of the card
Yeah.
is who is conducting the chariot. So that person is
Hmm.
standing on high with their hand in the reins, and they have absolute mastery over these forces. So it's a very decisive card. It's a card that says yes to a yes or no question. And what Janeway has here is in one hand, it's kind of hard to see the detail, even if you're looking at the card way up close. But in her right hand is a photo of her and her fiance, Mark. And then in her left
Oh.
hand, she's leaning on the captain's chair. She's looking at the distance, and there's a sextant sitting there balanced on the chair. And it reminds me of the old instruments that she has in her ready room. And I like to think she's saying, I'm done with this old direction. I'm going into this new direction. And when that comes up in a reading, I pay attention to cards that are surrounding this card, especially if
Hmm.
it's something on the right, because she's saying, go there.
That's yeah, her focus is to the right and the sextant is pointed that way.
Hmm.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Um, okay, I don't want to spend. I don't want to. We don't have to like do every single card. But
Well, it doesn't
it's
matter. I've
so
just purchased my
tempting.
deck.
Oh.
It's so tempted to.
Lanita tuned out to go buy one.
Sure did. Deluxe bag ordered, done.
Yes, deluxe. Oh yeah, the deluxe bag.
And
Let-
for those
let's-
of you who, yeah, who may look at Etsy later, I do occasionally run out. I just have to order them in chunks from the printer. So if you
Sure.
ever look at Etsy and it's out of stock, it's not something that I'm planning on not selling because I love to just get this feedback and continue talking about Trek. So don't worry, they'll be back in a couple weeks. Just give me time.
By the time this comes out, when you hear this, because currently today there are 3 left. I've purchased one, so there are probably 2 left. So don't worry, just send her a message. You will get your cards. Because I was like, I know it's
They're
gonna
so
happen.
great.
They're so great. Yes, Odo, justice. Yeah, that makes total sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Now,
The
and
Hermit.
I love your approach to this that you've thought out what I mean, what each of these characters are thinking in these and that and their intentions, and it's
Yeah.
really amazing.
See,
The
the hermit.
Hermit. We have Tuvok with his Vulcan prayer candle.
Because the hermit carries a lantern and he's
Yep.
cloaked. Oh, so
Got it.
good. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so good.
he's
I'm
a
so
source of
excited for
light.
these.
He's illumination, and who illuminates more than Tuvok?
Absolutely. Um, the Wheel of Fate, our Wheel of Fortune, is Deep Space Nine.
Base 9.
Strength, we
Is that
have
Kira?
Kira.
Yes.
Now is she praying or is she at a
She's at one of those things that you remember. Well, it kind of reminds
Yep.
me of the things with the thing, but it's
Does.
not. It's different. But that's Bejor in the back, out the window.
mhm,
You got it.
amazing.
This is so good.
Now you were talking about the Hanged Man earlier. So this is Alex's
Measure 'em.
interpretation of the
I
Hanged
love
Man.
that.
Oh my gosh, it's
Which Data?
Yeah, I love to change the titles up on people just a little bit
Mhm.
because it just adds a little more personality to the deck.
And are those Beverly's hands and
Um,
or
that's gonna
in this
be
scene? I guess who
yeah,
were the hands?
that's gonna be Picard and Dr. Maddox having an argument over Data's humanity.
Oh, perfect. So
Oh,
it's like not a direct scene. It is like an
It's
interpretation
another,
of the moment,
that's
yeah,
of
it's
the
another
amazing.
the
imagined
drama
scene.
of the episode.
are we looking I can't tell from the image, are we looking at his arm removed? Is that
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just, yeah,
And
his arm removed on the left and then his leg removed on the right. So it's another one from that, like, sort of, it's not really a bird's eye view, but it's like straight
It
down
is,
onto
yeah,
Data.
yeah,
it
it
is
is.
sort of. It's sort of like it's how you would look at like an operation or something like from above. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the ceiling. You're
Alex,
the
I'm
light
loving
source.
hearing your description of these. It's so
Hmm.
it's so compelling to listen to while looking at it.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you guys enjoy it. I really like one of the things that I do when I make a deck of cards is I always write a guide to go with it. So that's one of the, I mean, they're both really pleasurable, making the images, but then also talking about them. So I have a guide, um, but it's a little more brief than this.
Hmm.
And I really like to compose, just I could just write about them for pages and pages, honestly. But the project I'm doing right now, the tarot files that I just finished, I was writing the guide as I was doing the art, and this here I did so. Oh, there it is. There's the guide.
Oh,
Yeah, I have the PDF on my iPad, so it's easy to read.
Nice.
This is the next card in the deck, Death or Adaptation, which I think is really fascinating. You have 7 of 9 pre, reassimilation. Um,
um,
and yeah.
can you talk to us about this card, Alex? Like where this image came
Absolutely.
from for you, or
Yeah, absolutely. So death is one of the most misunderstood cards in the entire deck. People will pick that card up and be frightened by it, but really it's just about the biggest change you can make. It's about putting something to sleep and
Mm.
reemerging as your new self. And so I really wanted to do seven, looking at herself in the past and kind of being amazed at how different she is now. And it's about not feeling held back and looking at the progress you've made and saying, yeah, actually that is really impressive. I'm a different person now. I'm a better person.
Yeah. Um,
Wow.
that's yeah, it speaks, it really does speak for itself. But the guide, I mean, each card has a whole like description with notes as well.
so ordinarily in a traditional in a tarot deck, this would be this card, what you call adaptation, would be death.
That's right. Yeah. Usually,
With
traditionally, number 13 is always death.
mhm,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Grim Reaper with his scythe,
Hmm.
ready to slice people
On
from this
horseback.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who we got?
Temperance, we have I love the pouring from one, a Klingon blood wine container into another. Um, if it would be clearer if I used the this as a background.
And this is again based
Maybe not.
on popular
Oh,
traditional
there it is. That's
illustration
perfect.
of like a being, an angelic being, and being able to balance two worlds. So I put her halfway, on the engineering deck and halfway on a Targ skin rug. She's coming to terms with her Klingon self and her human self, and her Maquis self and her Federation self.
Yeah, her Federation uniform is sort of draped over her shoulders, and otherwise she's in her Maquis outfit.
Mhm.
Mm.
How much research did you like
Um,
how long because like the level of detail and specificity but also
this one took 2.5
reimagination.
years. So
Yeah.
this one
Mm.
was really like I was very dedicated to it and spent a lot of time picking out the characters. And really, I have this woman, Janina Renee, to
Hmm.
thank because Janina wrote one of the best and most like comprehensive yet easy to read books on tarot, just called Tarot for a New Generation. And Janina herself is a wonderful and nice person. I wrote her after I read her book, and I said, "Hey, you've made this so much easier for me. And I'm making a tarot deck. I was graduating college at the time, making a tarot deck for my senior project. And I know that you're somewhat local to me, so if you're in town, I would love it if you went." And I never expected she showed up. She gave
Wow.
me a reading. Like she was just the most gracious and kind person ever. So her books have really helped me in my studies of tarot. And then, yeah, when I get a deck together, I spend a lot of time assigning who's going to be who first. So that's the bulk of the work. I will write out all the ideas and feelings I remember, scenes, characters, objects. I will whittle those down. And these are all like little pieces of paper that I'm moving around on a table. and I will categorize them and say, okay, you definitely, I don't know where you go, but you're definitely in cups. Okay. And then I just move it around until I get satisfied. And even sometimes during development, I rewatch an episode or I think about something a different way and I think, you know what, you're out of here. I'm going to put this new character in here.
Wow.
Interesting. Do you find that there's like images that you are drawn to that you want to make that you have trouble multiple choices of what you would assign them to, and like this should it be this or should it be that, and you waffle back and forth, or do you always kind of know?
Sometimes there are a couple tough ones. And it's been a minute since I made this. Let's see, when did I finish? I think this is 2022. Ooh. Um,
Was this a pandemic
no,
project?
sorry, this was 2024, but so much has happened, as you know.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Ugh.
it feels like forever ago. I can't think of anything specific from the Trek deck that I waffled on because usually it is very strong, like, oh, this person belongs here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess more with the minors, I run into okay, how am I going to organize this? This person they could be a knight or they could be a page. So there's a little bit of wiggle room sometimes, but with the majors, it's usually like I can't stop the idea from pouring itself out.
Wow.
Sometimes
Let's
I text my boyfriend or my wife and I say, sorry, honey, I did it again. I have another tarot idea.
Oh,
I'd
look
love
at
to go through the rest of the
Q.
majors just real quick. So the devil card, the imp, we have
Q.
Q himself.
Obviously,
Is that
yeah.
Tasha Yar over
Yes.
there?
Yes, Tasha and Data, and they are chained as the two humans. Well, I don't even know. On the Pamela Coleman Smith, they're humans, but they have like tails. Um,
Yeah.
Well, we do have
chained.
tails,
Well,
technically.
we do. Yeah, we all start out with tails. Um, but the tower is a
Is that the
Borg
Borg
cube
cube? Oh my God, I
Yeah,
love
just
attacking.
like
it.
coming out of space.
The
Terrifying.
tower usually represents like a major change, sometimes a catastrophe, sometimes it's just a change, you know. Um, the star, who else could the star be but the Doctor from Voyager?
That is hilarious in the
Oh,
Captain Morgan pose. I love that.
wait, is he singing?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my God.
he's
That would not
absolutely
be what I thought of,
singing.
what I would think of for the star, but upon seeing it, what other choice could there have been?
None.
None. The moon, we have Guinan,
Yes.
the
That
bar.
might be one of my most beautiful cards up there with the goddess. I love the colors in this card.
Can you
And
describe it for listeners?
Yeah.
absolutely. So this one is Guinan leaning over her bar, and she's standing in front of that beautiful, like I think it's almost like an illuminated sandstone art piece
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
behind her with this kind of neon pink, like a sunset color light running through it. And she's wearing one of my favorite outfits for her. It is like a saffron yellow outfit with a small hat. It's really pleated along the bust, and she has like this cute little sleeve detail. So she's just leaning over her bar, and the bar is illuminated, so the light is spilling up onto her face. And she has some drinks there. And in front of her, there's a plate with a lobster. And the lobster is used in a lot of traditional decks I never understood this one, to represent manifestation of ideas, like things becoming real are like a lobster crawling out of the ocean. The moon has
I
always been a tough card for me. It's
yeah.
difficult to interpret. I associate it with certain family members, so there's a lot of baggage for me, but it was a real joy to put Guy in here and somebody who I love. And every time you see Whoopi as a guest star, you know that's going to be a good
It's
episode.
gonna be a good
Yes.
episode. And I'm just gonna like honestly, the color choice, the skin tone is like perfection with that saffron color. Like her like it's beautiful. Like truly go and see this. All the cards are beautiful, but there is sometimes a choice people make to make things lighter than they actually are.
Yeah.
And so I respect the fact that you stayed true to her literal skin tone and her beautiful melanin and choosing that color against it versus the purple, which is looks, I mean, hello. Whoopi looks good in anything, but that saffron color with the ombre of the pink behind, beautiful.
Thank
It's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, I was really really looking for a way to like authentically represent as best as I could all the beautiful diversity that's in Star Trek, and that's definitely a point I wanted to hit.
Yep, that's a good one. The inner light.
So moving forward, we only have a few more major Arcana cards left. The Inner Light, this is the sun in the
Yes.
traditional deck. Um, and it's just so joyful. I mean, the traditional, I keep saying traditional, I really am referring to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and Pamela Coleman Smith's illustrations. But this baby, this like happy baby that's on horseback,
Yes.
I love that the happy baby is there. And it's like, Picard's grandchild in this alternate, well, not, in his head reality.
Is that the one?
Um,
Is that the episode where like he had a whole lifetime? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
It's
No, you got
okay.
it.
Okay. Okay, the thing you need to know about me is I know things, but I don't know that I know things. So I just say things, and then Mike Jones and Damon go, "Oh yeah, you're correct." So thank
You're
you.
right. You got it. You got it. Amazing. Um, Judgment,
Finally, there he
right?
is.
Worf
There he
himself
is
on the bridge,
on the bridge,
like in
ready,
command and
ready to
judging.
go. Correct. He is the most judgy character. Like he is the snarkiest of them all.
So we're looking at DS9 Worf in his with his red shoulders, and he's on the
hmm
bridge of the Defiant.
Oh yeah,
Why,
I should have
why
said the
this Worf
Defiant.
and not a TNG Worf?
Yeah.
Ooh, good
Because
question.
I wanted to balance between what eras I did. So I tried to just walk. It was tough because I think I did end up a little bit imbalanced. But I wanted to do more DS9. Um, and then also I just like the idea of him in the Defiant in his own space.
Mm.
And I
Oh
felt like
yeah.
that captured the essence of the card more too. So he's there, and I know it looks like he's yelling, but he is singing, and he's finding his who he is, who he wants to be, what's right and wrong for him in this role.
Mm,
And so I felt like him in his own private space was really representative of that.
makes
Amazing.
total sense.
I clearly had not read your description
Oh,
for this card because I did not realize he was singing, and now it's completely different. Uh, that's great. Um, the universe, we have Earth with its little moon, and that's it. The universe. 21. Oh, right.
because it starts with
Because
zero.
it starts
Yeah.
with zero. Yeah.
So it's the 22nd card, but it's numbered 21. Oh,
Yeah. Some decks will put the fool at the end, which I don't like.
oh,
Um,
that makes sense.
just in the way they like as they come out of the package, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I've noticed that. But anyway. So let's talk about the suits. So you have so you have tricorders,
Hmm.
phasers, replicators, and latinum. Latinum we saw in the other deck. I think
Yes,
latinum is a great stand-in for pentacles.
yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of other currency that's well known in the Trek universe, so I thought Latinum makes sense. And also it's usually encased in gold, so there's just so much association with Latinum and that earthy, practical um, resource energy that's supposed to be in that suit.
Can
I love
you
it.
explain what each of the suits like? Okay, because you're like, oh, Latin makes sense because of pinnacles.
Mhm.
I don't remember any of that business. Could you just just break down like what each suit
Absolutely.
is and like what it stands for?
And I should say that the elemental associations
Mhm.
are very much something that's important to me. They do not have to be important to you or your reader. Um, they're just something that I like to bake into the deck, and I actually flip two of the popular associations just because of my personal like bend to them. So,
Hmm.
um, Latinum or Pentacles, that is traditionally going to be something that's concerned with the hearth and the home. This is the suit where you're gonna find answers about your resources. We could be talking about money, or we could be talking about practical things, supplies, things that would creature comforts, things that would bring you
Mm,
sustenance. And sometimes family love is in this suit as well. Family love as it pertains to like building a home.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just flipped to the sixth of Latinum, and it's Neelix with little oh, her name just left me. The little girl,
Naomi Wildman.
Naomi Wildman.
Oh yes.
Annika Hansen jumped to my head. I was like, nope, wrong little girl. Um, because he was such a like father figure for her, and he's like by her bedside telling her a bedtime story. Um, yeah, these are really great. I'm sorry. What about the other suits?
And then next we're looking at replicators. Okay.
Hmm.
Replicators are associated with cups, the traditional suit of cups or chalices. And cups and chalices, that's usually where you find your spiritual energies. So these cards have to do with things that are emotional. And
Mm,
I know I said, family love can be in the pentacles and the latinum, but this is where family love lives. So this is your community, your connections with your roots, and that spiritual energy that you can share with a community. And the association is with water.
look at Kyle Parker.
Oh my
Mm.
God, I love Cleopatra.
She
Again, we're at the six. The six. We'll look at the six of each of them. The six of
oh
replicators. We have Kira
that was
embracing Kaiopaka in tears.
yes, because she had to leave her on that stupid planet and she was there to eh, terrible. Oh, that was a terrible
Just
episode. I wanted more of her. I really wanted more of her.
were like, oh my gosh. She made me feel instantly. I have a friend who looks a lot like her and acts a lot like her, and I can't watch that episode without bursting into tears because her performance is amazing, and
Mm.
Nana Visitor's performance is amazing, and it
Yeah.
just pulls you right in.
Yeah.
This is a very vivid hug that you have given us on this card,
Mhm.
and that especially Kaiopaka embracing Kira, and it's like the hand that is like gripping her head
The
is
back
like
of her head.
so. It is
Yeah, it's
such a
like in her hair.
squeeze. It is such a like a powerful embrace. It's a beautiful image.
Yeah, it's very
It's a
visceral because you
yeah.
you
It's an
you know
emotional.
this. But the thing is like I kn- I can feel not just like because of Star Trek and the scene, but in this you can feel the depth of despair of Kira, the depth of sort of comfort, like understanding her sadness, the person being embraced sadness, because Kaiopaka doesn't look as sad as Kira does. She looks resolved, like, this is what it is, but I'm going to comfort you in this moment because I know that you are falling apart. It's
Yeah.
just, like the gentle hand on the shoulder and then that grip that is pressing her head into her bosom. Like, sometimes you just need a man, you need a mama's bosom to
Yeah.
Hmm.
just to make it all better.
So, like an image
Yeah.
like that, did you just know that something like this? Did you know you wanted to include it, or did you need something, or did you come upon it in searching for a six of replicators? If that
Mm,
question makes sense, I'm not sure.
It does make sense. So I knew that I wanted Kai Opaka for the subject of this card because of course Kira being there and being in despair is important, but the focus is really Kai Opaka, and I it's really just remembering the emotions that I felt while watching that scene. So this is something that I have a like, a little reference for the face, and then I just filled in the cave in the background, and I had like a little bit of a reference for how Kira's body was posed. There's a ton of pictures of me taking like my own reference pictures, like standing like Odo, sitting in a chair like Picard, so I can get like a realistic fabric fold or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's something where I start with a reference. I bend the scene to how I was emotionally feeling and what I remembered, or
Mm.
sometimes what I thought would make the scene better. And I'm making air quotes for you listeners because they did it just fine. Um, but but yeah, then you go from there and you fill in the cracks.
Well, and of course, these scenes have the benefit of dialogue and context and exposition, but you're just giving us a single image with which to tell the story. So it is, I can see how the image itself is going to be that much more fine-tuned.
It's dynamic. Like the thing is that you've captured the dynamics of each of these cards, like no matter what the scene is playing, like literally, Mike, as you're just going through it, like yes, Data talking to Spot. The fact that he named that cat after a dog is hilarious to me. But like just it always cracked me up. But just like knowing their relationship, you can see the gentleness and care, and he's probably chastising him for like getting out of the quarters and running away. Like, where are you going? Like, you can't go anywhere. But like, you've captured motion into a still picture that speaks very loudly.
And intention.
Very intentional.
Yeah. I mean, the look on Spot's little face. I
Is
mean,
like he's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Can I
You
go
love
now?
me. I'm a cat. I can
oh, totally relaxed in
Like
Data's
like
hands. I love it.
mhm.
Um,
Okay, so oh, hello. Little band of thieves. I love this. Oh, page of replicators.
and then
Wow.
each suit has a court of a page, a knight, a queen, and a king.
Mhm.
So
Wait, who's the
in
queen in that? Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
in
Go
the
ahead, Mike Jones.
replicators, the page is Kess.
Mm,
The knight is uh, Vedic Brile,
Mhm.
yes.
and the queen is, oh gosh, this is a deeper cut, right? Like I don't
It
remember this
is.
character's name.
This is Luoxana Troy, and it's a very brief scene in
Oh, this is
DS9.
Loxana.
Yeah, I don't think. I was like, how do
Oh,
you
She has
not
to
know? I
get
was like,
married to
yeah,
fend off this other suitor, and she gets married to Odo, and
Yes.
Odo is such a mensch, and he's like, yes, let's do it. And she wears this beautiful costume, and she just looks like a goddess, and I love
yeah.
her so
She's
much.
very
She's my
ethereal.
inspiration.
it is so unlike her in the,
It
you know what I mean?
I feel like I was like Mike Jones had a stroke because I was like I
I
know
haven't
who
seen
that
that
is,
episode in a long time.
and then when you said you didn't, I was like, oh well, maybe I don't know who that is, and then Alex made me go, oh, I do know who that is.
You're
I want to
Lanita,
say
you
also
know
that
the
we saw
things.
I
we saw
told
the
you I know.
Waxana in the mud bath.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
did, yeah,
Yeah,
earlier, yeah. Um, yeah,
I
that
was so
Loxana I
pleased.
know.
Yes, I was
Uh,
so happy I could put her in there twice.
I love it.
oh,
And then the king is Chakotay.
Mhm.
oh, Chakotay, sweet man. All right, what we got?
Okay, the suit of phasers.
Okay, this is where I start to mix it up because phasers are our weapons suit, and normally this would be swords in a more traditional deck. Where I mix it up is I associate the suit with fire energy. So this
Oh,
is going to be about passion. And you
Mm,
have creative passion, you have like sexual passion, cause you believe in something that just like burns your inner fires. So
Sister.
these are going to be really, really go-getter kind of people.
Yep.
a lot of Klingons.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah,
passionate people, the Duras
they
sisters.
are the Duras sisters. We have Galron. We have Kalar.
Is that the one? Is that the daughter? The one
Uh,
who goes undercover? Doesn't
no,
look.
this
No,
is
who's that one?
Worf's. This is Alexander's
Oh,
mother. Worf's.
oh, got you.
You know.
I don't remember her. She was there for a moment. Wow.
Vic
Vic
Fontaine.
Fontaine. Such a
love him.
colorful card.
You're not supposed to use the special brushes in Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint. You're not supposed to lean on, the glitter or the butterfly to build it up. But I was just like, yes, glitter, more glitter. He's a hologram. He's magic. Yeah.
Vic
He's
needs
magic.
glitter.
He does need glitter.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, these
And
are
this,
great.
I said I would pause on the 6 of each of them. Oh, he is the
He's
6.
6. See?
Right. That's so
Wait,
funny.
why is the 6 important?
We don't.
It's just where I paused the first time,
okay.
and then I accidentally paused there the second time.
But what's interesting is that the 6 of each of these has been like super dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
it's. Was this intentional, Alex, or did it just happen to be that way? Is that just what's happening
That's
today?
just the trick of the cards. I think it
Yeah.
comes down to the 6s being a very social and cooperative number. I don't know a lot about numerology or astrology at all, but the 6s are always good cards. They're just always positive cards. So I think I had a little extra fun designing them. So that's probably why they stand out a bit.
Can you describe this Vic Fontaine card?
Oh, yes. So we have Vic Fontaine, and he is standing on his stage. There's steps leading up to his stage, but he's standing on the bottom. You can see part of his name behind him. So he's got that stage, he's got that curtain back there, and that sparkly ass sign that says Fontaine. And you can see one of his musicians at, I think it might be the piano, could be drums, back there.
I think that's
Oh, that's a piano, I think.
Yeah, and then to the right is the drums.
And it has some colors built in, which I'm sure were very intentional by the production designers. It has these red, green, and blue lights, which to me make me think of like a tube TV and the
Oh,
traditional
yeah.
entertainment of one of those big ass box TVs when we were kids.
Yep.
Because Vic Fontaine is a character about nostalgia and entertainment and refinement. And he's just standing on those steps, and he's got his posh little suit on, and he's got his hands kind of in an expansive gesture. He's giving and he's sharing, and there's glitter coming off of him.
He's working the crowd in this picture.
Yes.
Like, yeah, he's
Yes.
commanding the stage, working the crowd. It's beautiful. And then I just want to highlight one of my favorite cards.
I knew that would be your
Garrick
favorite.
and Bashir. Oh,
You knew this was coming. Yes,
Knew it.
Garrick and Bashir. So this is the 9 of phasers. This exact moment was perfectly illustrated by our friends Jackson Juniper and Sunil during a Drag King show recently. The look on his face, on Bashir's face, and everything.
perfection.
Perfection. There's so much being said, being unsaid. You know what I mean?
Well, and I wanted it to be not that he was straight up terrified, but definitely that he was intrigued and interested and maybe a little exhilarated.
Yeah.
All of the things.
All of the things, yes, because I feel like that's what the scene was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
of the things.
All of the things.
Wow.
And then our suits, we have the Knight of Phasers, Tasha Yar at her
Yeah,
post.
that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Queen of Phasers, we have
Oh.
Kai Wynn.
Yes.
Oh,
God.
oh.
Ugh.
And the
She's
King of
right.
Phasers, Suave Riker.
Oh, can
Ready to-
you talk to us about this card?
yeah.
Suave Riker.
It's so good.
So this is Riker in season 2. So we've got that perfect combination of the original uniform without the Mandarin collar, and the beard is there, but it's not like fully there.
So weird.
Yeah.
And he looks like he has confidence for days. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
kind of forward, and there's a little chair under a table in front of him. And of course, he's leaning up on that chair. He's got a hand, on another chair for support. He's got a drink coming to his lips, and he looks like he just shared a raunchy little secret with you.
He looks like
This
he
is
maybe
amazing.
is either in the middle of or has just done the Riker maneuver around that chair.
Exactly.
That was
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's so good.
Okay, and then the final suit is the suit of tricorders.
All right, tricorders.
Hi,
So
Jordy.
with tricorders, we are talking about our air energy. And
Mm.
so we're talking about communication. This is traditionally known as wands, but like I said, I flipped the association. So in different decks, you're going to find the wands more associated with that passion that we were just talking about. But with mine, the tricorders are definitely about learning things, teaching things, listening, any information or communication that can be passed on to people, and ideas, sometimes nightmares, sometimes intrusive thoughts, but also
Mhm.
sometimes really cool ideas that can spiral into projects.
I'm
I
sorry,
love that.
we're seeing the tea ceremony with Pulaski and Worf.
I
Yeah,
love Pulaski.
I do too. I love that Pulaski made it into the deck. And this is such a great Pulaski moment too, when she's like, "No, I'm gonna go ahead and take the antidote so I can take this
Yes,
poisonous tea with you because it
he's
means
a
a lot to
trier
me."
of things.
Yes, I
This
love
might
it.
have been the best Pulaski moment ever.
It's possible.
I think it
Okay.
is.
And our six, since we're pausing on sixes, is Keiko with the school bell and the desks behind her.
Oh, look at her, ready to start school and teach the youth of the station because they're criminals.
She's so optimistic.
I love Keiko too. And I just think like Rosalind Chow is so beautiful and her dimples are so charming. And I was like, I have to
Hmm.
have her smiling, her beautiful smile.
Oh, poor
Um,
queen.
Mhm.
Oh, they're
and then
just
in our suits, we have the page is Jake Sisko, like
yes.
season one Jake Sisko.
And
On
I
the
love that you have
promenade.
him with
Like
his
it's like
feet
episode one.
dangling.
Like
Yes.
Yes.
exactly. I feel like that's like episode one, episode like what are you doing up here? Like just so good.
The night, of course, we
Makes
have
sense. O'Brien.
O'Brien saving the day, clearly in action,
Clearly. Yes.
fixing
Running
the
like
ship, fixing the
correct.
station. Um, Queen of
Yes.
Tricorders, Beverly Crusher looking amazing on the bridge.
That's for all my bev heads.
Yeah, that is power pose Beverly. Like
Yes.
that's boss bitch right there.
Hand
Yes.
on the hip, like
Yeah.
one hand on the captain's chair. Yeah, yeah, she's in command.
She's been left in command. You have
Yes.
the bridge.
This almost looks like it's taken from Remember Me.
It
Hmm.
definitely is because this card says to me, if there's not something wrong with me, then there's something wrong with the universe.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my God, I love it.
perfect. And then the King of
Oh,
Tricorders, we have Bashir with the little baby.
Yeah, we have
whose baby is that?
idealized Bashir, like Bashir at his
Oh,
best.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that makes
Bashir at
sense.
his best.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Like I'm at I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like these,
Mine can't come fast enough. I'm very
it's
excited.
amazing.
Now,
They're beautiful. Go
can I
ahead,
ask
Danton.
you, are there any of these cards that you made along the way? Because it seems like, obviously this is a larger project, but each one of these cards in their own is a project. Did
Yeah.
Yeah.
you find that like you would complete a card and somehow it caused you to go back and look differently at some of the ones that you'd already created, or were you able to set them aside and just keep moving forward?
Yes, definitely. So I created the majors first, and I did those in Photoshop. And then because Photoshop was like, I want you to pay a subscription fee to use our software, I changed to Clip
Mhm.
Studio Paint, and the brushes were different. And so
Oh.
I had to kind of practice and get back on that horse because I used to only do physical media, and now doing digital media, it's a different skill.
Hmm.
And I feel like the cards just by they just have to. They get better and better the more you're practicing your craft of drawing, the better they get. So I'll tell you a little secret. Each one has a star date on the bottom. So right here, yeah, the
Mhm.
SD.
Oh.
So that's SD 03022023. So I can tell you that I completed Nog's card in on the 3rd of February in 2023.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow.
That's
So
what
it looks
wow.
like
That
meaningless information
is.
that's baked into the frame
Yeah,
card, but it is actually sensical.
because the frame is this Elcar's, that's so great. That's so great.
Okay, so when I'm like, and these are very processy questions because I'm always interested in the way artists' minds work. Like you went to school, like you are you say it's different from like practical drawing versus digital, which I completely understand. Um, did you ever want to start this? Did you think about starting this practically?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
it was always a digital because can you just I get okay, I'm gonna start again because I've asked the question backwards in my head. Like you what was your degree in from school? Like what was your degree in from school? That's the whole question. I don't know why I'm trying to make it
Okay.
difficult.
So I work 40 hours a week at a software company that processes ACH transactions. And now that I've ended that sentence, you've forgotten what it was because it's so boring.
No, it's not. Listen, I deal with ACH payments all the time. I have to send them out to AP to pay the things, and then I have to find out if it actually happened. Don't worry.
So
I'm
you
with
get
you.
it. But I cannot believe I am where I am because my degree is in illustration. So I I had a pretty unique situation growing up, and my mom owned a business. And so she said, if you work with me and you become part of my business, I will not pay you. I'm going to put funds away and then you'll go to college. And I was like,
Mm.
bet. So that was in elementary. I was working in the back, and then in middle school, when it became a little less weird to be attended to by a child, I would come out and help in the front. So I worked towards that degree knowing that this is really sad, knowing that I didn't want to go for a job in art, but that I wanted access to the faculty and the equipment that you could get at a college campus. So I had the freedom, like this is incredibly rare for an American. I had the freedom of going to school for a degree that I wanted, not a degree that
Yeah.
I thought I needed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's amazing. I don't think that's sad at all. It
It's
makes
sad that more
perfect
people
sense.
can't do
Can't do
that.
it. Yes. In that sense, yes. But like it makes perfect sense that you were like, I'm gonna follow a passion, like, and then also what you say about having greater access makes total sense.
Yes, definitely. So when I was looking at universities, I was like, okay, what are these teachers like? What kind of equipment do they have? Is there a raising room? How many kilns are there? And how is the food? Very important.
Very important. Food is very important. And when I think about illustration in my head, I'm thinking like oil painting and watercolors and
Sure.
colored pencils and pastels and things of that nature. Was that the illustration that you were doing, sort of still lifes and realism, or were you, or dot dot dot?
We definitely did a lot of basic foundation classes where you would learn different mediums, you would study anatomy, you would go and draw people, you kind of snipe people on the bus or go to the library and sketch people while they weren't looking. I'm so sorry. Um, and the way that Grand Valley defines it is illustration. You're going to be telling stories with these. You're going to be setting scenes and you're going to be conveying feelings. And then something like graphic design, you're going to be designing logos, you're going to be working with
Hmm.
typefaces, and then they had different concentrations based on medium. So I could have gotten
Gotcha.
a BFA in ceramics, or I could have gotten a BFA in painting, but I
Hmm.
wanted a BFA in illustration.
That's amazing. Because
Right.
in what you just said about like you're conveying a scene and like that is what you've done. Like that, I think that your degree in the specificity of it is showcased very succinctly through these cards.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your history with tarot? Like, how did you get into that? Like,
Sure.
what was your path to this?
So when I was Oh, let's see here. I'm going to say my second year in college. I had never been raised with a religion, and my parents are an American Catholic and a British Catholic. So I got this real like kind of overview, a little bit of the Catholic guilt, but no practice to go along with it. And I thought, this isn't really for me. So I had the freedom of choosing my own spiritual beliefs. And when I was a sophomore in college, I went to work at my my family used to own a hotel, like way up um, in Charlevoix, Michigan.
Yeah.
And so I went there to work for the summer, and I just had a lot of time on my hands. I had a lot of freedom. It was my first couple years in college, so I was really finding out who I was. And I would visit Lake Michigan all the time. And that became my great Manitou. Like I would go there and just feel like I knew myself and I was connecting with myself. And I love just being in the water, fighting the surf, digging my toes in the sand. And I thought, you know what? I really want to be a witch. Like that's my religious calling. I don't need any of the other trappings as long as I can do this. So my study of witchcraft really led me to tarot. Although I want to tell people that you do not have to have any religious bent to reading the cards. You can make them as secular or as religious as you want.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Fascinating. And then how did I mean, sort of in conjunction with that, can you tell us how you discovered Star Trek and how that
Oh my gosh. So
discovered it? I mean, some of us I feel like I didn't have to discover it, it's always in my life, but you know.
yes, and that's how it was for me. So this is actually kind of funny. Um, So I watched Star Trek with my dad from before I could remember, and we were watching Next Gen, of course. We were watching it in reruns. And then when I came to school and I'm, in elementary school with my friends talking about Star Trek, I didn't know I didn't know that Patrick Stewart was British because my dad is British and they talk the same. And so
Oh,
to me, hearing
Oh,
Captain Picard say things was, oh, that's just how a dad talks. Like that's
Oh,
the
that's
voice of authority. So
wow. That
like,
never
wow.
crossed my mind. Like,
and it never crossed mind
wow.
to understand that different experience that I was having. But yeah, I just always saw him as, oh, he's my dad. And this is the show that I watch with my dad. And like it's kind of fantastical and it's comforting weirdly. And this is before I knew enough. I'm 5 years old watching this show,
Mm-hmm.
and I always loved it. And then when Deep Space Nine came on, I was like, oh, this is Star Trek for me. Oh wow, I love TNG, but I connected with Deep Space Nine. I was the right age. It's brilliant and it was such a great departure.
I love
What?
hearing all, how, those of us who grew up on 90s Trek and how the differences in what stood out to us based on who we were at the time and when we encountered it and what age we were. And of course we get endless material out of the fact that Lanita discovered this as an adult. So like her perspective is all just
That's
very
so
different
cool.
from ours. Yeah.
Yes, and what's funny is that it's like I can remember like Star Trek being on when I was young, but I it was never a destination.
Hmm.
Like Mike mentioned
Sure.
that you did X-File tarot cards,
Mhm.
right? So that's what I was like.
Uh-huh.
Are those on
Oh,
Etsy too?
So,
Like,
the X-Files Tarot just went up for pre-order, and I
okay.
apologize for interrupting you here, but I am
Oh no,
oh
no,
my gosh. No,
interrupt.
no.
Oh, interrupt,
We're
please.
savage here.
okay, okay. Yeah, the X-Files one. So, okay, every deck I make has a theme, and the Trek deck, I mean, that was a joy to work on. The theme is hope. That deck is about hope. The X-Files tarot deck,
Mhm.
called the Tarot Files, that's really I put emotions in my art, but I try not to put a lot of negative emotions in my art. the Tarot Files is about mistrust and about anger, and I started creating them. I think it was around November 2024.
Oh
And I
no.
just I put a lot of my paranoia and my sadness and my fear into that deck. So those I got done with really fucking quick. I'm sorry. I don't know
Oh
if
no,
I can.
no, oh
Can
you
we fucking curse
definitely.
You're
here?
fine.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about us. Let them fly.
And I learned how to
I
bleep for videos. It's really fun.
oh, good.
And
Like,
and
let's
sometimes I
make your
bleep Lanita
episodes. And
even
I
when
thought,
she's not cursing.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm like, it's
Even better.
okay. It's okay. You can be yourself. But um, yeah. So the X-Files Tarot, I had I planned out the Trek deck and I worked on it like as a treat. And I would just dip into a drawing for a little bit and I would savor it over a couple days. But with the X-Files Tarot, it's like I couldn't even bang them out fast enough. And I was doing like a drawing per day just because of the climate and how everything has been. It just allowed me to like ball up all of that anxiety and
And get
that
it out.
and that only took me like, oh, I don't know. It had to be 6 months or less. I'm not really good with time. Um, but
Who is?
the
This is the
point is
fire in
they
which
are
we burn.
available for pre-order right now on Etsy and
Woohoo.
will still be at the time that the recording is released. So I'm really excited because for the Trek deck, I mean, obviously there's the licensed products and there's other things out there for that. For the X-Files, we really don't have that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so this will be the first fully illustrated X-Files tarot deck on the market. Even though it is
Uh,
fan made and it's not licensed, I think people are really going to like it.
Yeah. Listen.
Absolutely.
Are there
Yeah.
other franchises that are lurking in the back of your brain that you might want to explore this way?
Uh-oh. It's
She,
Google Doc time.
Oh no! She's
Literally
like,
pulling out the Google. It's like, well, while she pulls that up, I'm excited for this X-Files deck because I'm excited to see the Smoking Man. I'm excited to see what scenes because looking at the Star Trek deck, I love the X-Files. Like that was my jam Sunday night. Me and my best friend, we'd be talking, and then it'd be time
Sunday
to
night on
gotta
Fox?
go. I gotta go. It's coming on, and then Monday at school we would talk
Yes.
about it. So
Yes.
I cannot wait to see what scenes you pulled. It's gonna make me want to go back and like rewatch the series again because
And
it's amazing.
it's just so fun because the Trek deck, it's all about it's light, it's bright. You're gonna see scenes, you're gonna see architecture, you're gonna see like full body, the uniform. And then with the tarot files, those are very noir, very like American comic book with
Oh,
a
so
lot
good.
of like solid black and then just highlights. So it's very dramatic and it looks different. And then
Excited. Google Doc.
ideas that I have for other tarot decks. Probably the best full tarot deck I have an idea for is one for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And
mm.
Mm.
the show is called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This one will be called Hellmouth, the tarot deck. And
Is
I've
it gonna
got
be a
Yes.
mashup? Are you gonna pull some Angel in there too with
oh
the
yes,
Buffy? Okay.
yes, because I need to have Lorne. I can't survive without my green demon man.
Okay. Very good. She's speaking my language now of like all of the things that I used to watch. I'm like, oh, those two series go together. Like you can, it'll be great.
Yes. It was just a delicious combination. And then that one, I I'm flirting with the idea of a stained glass style,
Mm.
mostly because I just want to, but also because there's a really beautiful, incredibly well-made and researched fan-made deck out there, and it has like this gorgeous, kind of more graphic, more designy um, shapes to it, and there's a lot of purple. It's beautiful. I wish I remembered the name so I could plug it. But I didn't want to do anything to really step on those toes. I want to do something really stylistically different. So for the Buffy tarot deck, I actually have that fully planned out, who's going to be where. And
Wow.
then
If you
Oh,
say Grey's Anatomy, her head's gonna
oh
explode.
no.
She said, "No, that's reality. That's not fantasy. I honestly don't
I
feel
was
like
just
that."
going through Lanita's favorite shows in my head.
Lanita actually works in that hospital. This is not made up.
That is correct.
And I have a couple just majors planned because sometimes you have smaller ideas or sometimes you have a smaller property. So I definitely have one for She-Ra, the new She-Ra show that came
Nice.
out. I have a Stranger Things tarot, but I'm waiting until all of Stranger Things drops.
Hmm.
And that would be just the majors. I do have a Sailor Moon one planned that I'm having an argument
Mm.
with my wife about.
Ooh.
So I want her to collaborate with me on that one. She collaborated with me on Legend of Tarot, and when we get working together, like we get in a groove and we can produce really fast. I want the drawing down the moon to be kind of like a Art Nouveau Mucha style, but her style of drawing is really more suited to that than mine. So I wanted to do something where we sketch out the ideas together. She gets me a beautiful anime girl, and then I dress her and put the little accoutrement on it. So I want to collaborate with her about that. But here's the argument. I want to do mainly the first couple seasons of the anime, not necessarily Crystal like the original anime, and I want to fill in the rest with a Pips deck. And she does not want to do a Pips deck because, as you were talking about at the beginning of the episode, I'm like, they can leave something to be desired. So either we figure out how to make illustrations that incorporate, the four items or whatever you're talking about,
Hmm.
or that just sits in development hell for a while.
Hmm.
Hmm. Interessante.
Interesting. I love it.
Oh, and a Firefly Tarot, but just the majors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Look, Mike said, "Oh,
I'm like,
now
yeah,
you're
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
that, right,
yes, yes.
right.
Do that. That
Let me
that
know when
sounds
that's
good."
ready for pre-order. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you about in your in the guidebook, you have a few custom spreads,
Hmm.
um, and my favorite of them is the 10 forward spread, where you lay out 5 cards as you say, "I listen," and then you lay out 5 cards for 5 more cards as you say, "Oh, sorry, I tend bar and I listen." Um,
Yeah.
which it's a great spread. But how do you come up with those? Is that just something that like do you like to come up with your own spreads in your own practice?
Purely for theatrics, purely for these decks, just for fun. So I I sit and I'm like, okay, think about some associations with the show, and I'm playing with the cards in this moment, and I'm like putting them into shapes and thinking about what would be cool. Because at the end of the day, this is all made up. It's what's
Hmm.
important is what you read out of the cards. It's not important for me to tell you what it means. If that card looks like your uncle and you've been thinking about calling him, call your uncle. Like,
Right.
so mainly just playing with the cards, seeing what feels right, and trying to pin it to the show.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's you've done a great job with that. They're a lot of fun. I mean, like there's, this the standard Celtic cross kind of thing, but you've done some fun ones. I really like it. Um there are a few questions that we ask all of our guests. Not to end our conversation about tarot, but if you would indulge us, you've already answered a couple of these, but
Yeah,
let's see.
only how to trek. What is your meet cute?
Right,
She
yeah. What's your
answered.
yeah? You've
We
already
got
done that
we
one.
got that. That was great. Um, I feel like the rest
You
of them
We've
you
were
gotten
do
a clue to at
scratch.
least one
conventions.
other one, but
Uh, um, if you okay, I'm going to go straight to the good ones. If you could have dinner with 3 characters, the
Mm.
characters, not the actors, who would they be and why?
Okay.
I know.
Without even thinking, it has to be Loaxana Troy. She has to be there because I love her. I miss her. I want fashion tips from her. And I just feel like her dinner conversation would be outrageous and you would never be bored.
Okay.
Definitely.
She might wear a living vine that would crawl over onto you. Who knows?
And she might do some inappropriate, uninvited telepathy.
That is correct.
Mhm.
But I welcome a little mess at my table. And then I'm gonna have to second has to be Jadzia Dax. I love her. She's my favorite. Um I have a mosaic birthmark on my shoulder and it kind of looks like the trill spots. And when kids would, kids be like,
Mhm.
what's that? I'd be like, you know what? I look like a badass alien, so that's what it is.
Nice.
She really helped me like get through high school. So she's number
Nice.
2. Oh my gosh, number 3. I'm gonna continue with the dish and say it's Garrick because I can imagine him and Loaxana.
Oh
What
my gosh.
kind of energy that would be.
That's
That's
that
awesome.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in
Can
that dinner.
Betazoids read Cardassians? Do we know this? Has it been
I
established?
don't know.
I
Oh.
don't know.
Wait, what did you say, Damason?
Well, like for instance, we know that Betazoids can't read Ferengi,
Right.
right?
Oh,
Hmm?
But
yeah.
can they read Cardassians? Huh?
I guess it depends on how related Ferengi are to Cardassians. I don't think very much. So
Why can't they read Ferengi?
I don't
Their
know. It's something
minds
that
are too
built in
simple
early.
or something. I don't know.
Okay.
It has something to do with Morris Hurley. Um, that's funny. All right, next question. If you lived in the 24th century, what would your life be like? Like, would you join Starfleet? Would you stay on Earth?
that's a tough question because I am terrified of space. Oh,
Space is terrible. I think that just is like that's very sensible to be terrified of space.
Right.
but if we're
McCoy
talking
was right.
about, yeah, if we're talking about 24th century, you have to assume that that's all been cleared up and we can just take a shuttle or a transporter. What is my life going to be like? Ooh, I would hope I could become an artisan full time and just
Mm,
dedicate my time to my craft and live in a beautiful like indoor outdoor house where there's trees everywhere and yeah, just wearing like some silk palazzo pants. That's what I would want.
yeah. It's really life in a post-scarcity society, like where you actually get to just do what you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's Star Trek. I love it. Um, what's your go-to holodeck program?
Ooh, my go-to holodeck program. Let's see. Um, let's go with mhm. I think scuba diving on a reef. I've never been scuba diving. I love water. I love swimming. I would think I would want to swim. Yeah, like the Great Barrier Reef, or maybe something with otters.
Nice.
That's
Well, on a
awesome.
Definitely
holodeck,
like
you could probably do it so you don't even have to have scuba gear.
that's
You
Correct.
right.
know
Yeah,
what
you
I
can
mean?
breathe the
But like
water.
Right.
Yeah, no
have one of the
people,
bubbles.
just otters sometimes, and then just like the beautiful waves enveloping me and tropical fish swimming everywhere. That sounds like paradise.
You don't really
That
see many
sounds
people diving or swimming
so
on
cool.
We've only
You
really
don't.
seen water kind of once. Like
Data
aside from
falls in it.
but no, well, but the one when they walk the plank, when
Oh
they
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of like the only holodeck program
That's really water, like
that's
that where they
water.
really use it.
Yeah, everything else is
And Jake Sisko fishes, but the emphasis isn't the water. You're right.
yeah,
It's
Right, right.
the solitude, the bridge.
yeah.
Yeah. They're like
There aren't a lot of
Jordy
ships.
has a date on the beach, right? But again, it's not about the water. It's about
You
the
know what?
beach.
That's the only time like there's a ship
Yeah.
in the holodeck is when
Yeah.
they're pirates.
Well, there
Mm-hmm.
you go.
Well, that's something new to
Um
think about.
okay, rapid fire. It's not really rapid fire. We just call it that. Um
Lightning
Crusher,
round.
right, lightning round. Crusher or Pulaski?
Pulaski.
Pulaski.
Okay, great.
We
I
Love
knew
it.
love
we knew
pressure, and the answer is Pulaski.
Yes.
I knew that answer based on that single card.
Yes. Are you doing Klingon Tai Chi with Worf or Leotard Yoga with Beverly and Deanna?
Oh, Klingon Tai Chi, easy.
Mm. Tea Earl Grey hot or coffee black or Ractigino?
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Yes.
Nice, you got it. I
Tea,
love it when there's a prop.
like Tetley British blend with cream and sugar, 2 to 3 cups a day.
Nice.
Pause for
Very
one
so you-
second in our rapid fire. I have
Yeah.
a follow-up question. Is
Yeah.
did you having a British father, was it like this is how we brew tea? Like not the American put a tea bag in water, but like leaves, pot, steep situation?
It was not because I have a working class British father. And
Ah.
so like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something he would say. Um, because the way we would do it, it was we just brew it in a kettle. I use a paper tea bag and I just pour the boiling water over the tea. I do know that he gets very cheesed off about using old water in the kettle. So he's always wanting a fresh pot. I'm trying to think of like something I could say
No,
to,
no,
to
no, no. I get
do
it's
the
just one of those things.
impression.
It's just funny because like it's one of the things that like whenever you like are watching a show and someone is British or even like an interview with British people and Americans is like it's like what are you doing? Like you don't dip it like there's no like dipping a bag and it's like it's a whole process because tea and so that's why I just figured like maybe there's a fight like your dad's like no this is how it's done your mom's like listen we're putting a tea bag in it'll be okay. Go ahead, Mike Jones, rapid fire.
Okay. If you had a replicator sitting next to you right now, what would you make?
Oh my gosh, French chocolate silk pie.
Ooh, I want some of that.
I love you just had that one waiting.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm ready.
it's the most Midwestern thing.
I don't like fruit pies, but I am always ready for a chocolate pie. Like, please.
What? No one likes fruit pies. It makes me so sad.
I'm
I
really
like fruit
strange.
pies.
I don't like
No,
hot
that's
fruit.
not true. It's okay. No, but that's the reason.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't like hot fruit. I'm like, peach cobbler all day long.
All day long.
I
But,
only
but
eat 5 fruits. Apples, bananas, oranges, grapes, and any kind of melon. So if a kindergartner like can't identify it, I am not eating it. No berries, no kiwis.
No berries. Strawberries are delicious. Cherries are delicious.
oh my gosh.
She said, no,
It's
thank
fine.
you. It's okay.
My grandmother made the best chocolate pie. I hadn't thought
Mm.
about that in forever. Who's your Star Trek bartender? Guinan or Quark?
That is a toughie. I wish I could have both because they're both so amazing. That's rough because I like to make friends with people who are difficult to hang out with and difficult to get along with. Those are often the
Mm.
people who have little hidden gems, and that is Quark.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But also I love Whoopi's rock solid presence and poise and confidence, and I would love to bask in that too. So that's gonna be a tough one. I can't decide.
Or
Okay.
you might say
Okay. We'll let
blank
you off
is
the
my
hook.
bartender and blank is my friend.
Ooh.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry,
In
I
that
just gave
case,
you a cheat. I just gave you an out.
Chico.
in that case, Guinan is my bartender and Quark is my friend.
I think
Love that.
Guinan would make a better drink.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
Yes.
Undoubtedly. And Quark
Yes.
is just like he's just a little shit. Like you never know what's going on. And he's kind of
Mhm.
like a cat.
He is. Okay, this one's controversial for us. Are you on Team Tasha or Team Armis?
Oh, Team Tasha. What? How is this,
I knew
how is
that
this
answer too.
controversial?
Because Team Armis is the best. Pew pew. Had to go.
If you want to understand why, we've gone over it a lot.
There's a whole
Yeah,
episode.
there's a whole episode about it.
I listened to a couple episodes, but I didn't get into the lore.
Oh,
Mm, it runs
yeah.
deep.
There's good arguments on both sides.
There are.
Favorite alien species?
The face, I like just for the listeners, the face that she's so mad
The
about
think
this question.
face.
It was like, I'm mad about this question. Now I've got to really think.
That's because I adore Trill so much and I really love what they represent, but my heart is Klingon. And
Okay.
I can't lie about that. So
Right.
I guess I'm gonna have to say Klingon because they speak to me.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, some of the Klingon cards are the clearest, in their intention. Um, Final question: who's your captain?
Who's my captain? My captain's Cisco.
Oh, yes.
He's so layered and oh, I would say unpredictable. And I think what I mean by that is layered. Like he can do a bunch of different things for a bunch of different reasons. He's so human to me
Mhm.
and his family basis and just being a dad first, but also being a warrior and being a religious leader. I love some Cisco.
He is layered. He's like an onion.
Yes.
Keep pulling them
Yes.
layers back. Oh my
All right. Well, you survived our questions. Well done.
God.
That's as close to hazing as we get.
It is.
Mhm.
Hard
Like
questions.
hard questions make you decide.
It
Well,
was
Alex, thank you so much for your generosity of time and being with us and giving us all these insights into your work. And thank you for sharing this work with the world. Like I truly treasure this tarot deck. I really do. Um,
I'm
so
excited to get mine.
thank you.
I'm poised and ready to go. Like it's not even about doing tarot. I just want to have them. They're
Yeah.
so they truly are artwork. Like they're beautiful and I
Oh,
love
absolutely.
like
Armor.
in the background like for those who aren't watching via the YouTube, the framed actual stills that you have behind you. I'm like, yeah,
Mm.
that's kind of how I want them. I want them big like that's you should also sell that as
Yeah,
artwork.
I just haven't printed
Oh.
those in a long time, but what's really fun about putting them in these triptychs is that I have one line for Next Generation, I have one line
Oh,
Oh,
I
for
see
Deep
that.
Space Nine, and then I have one line for Voyager. So breaking away from the card format, I was able to do more true LCARS looking framing and then really like saturate it with the color scheme of the series. So the only thing that's holding me back from getting those printed is just getting them printed.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. This no one's listening. I will just order them. You can just have them printed once so that I can hang them up, and then or maybe like three of them, and then I'll gift them to my co-host, and that's that. And then you never have to print them again. But that's all I'm saying. I'm okay.
private conversation on the podcast. Uh,
I'll
And
just
I do
wait for
have
mine
like
in the mail from Lanita or on my desk at work.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I
oh
do
my
have
gosh.
them like, oh, what do I have left? I have like two Voyager or something like that. I get them printed in chunks. So
Of
I
course.
just need to get back on it and get it listed on Etsy because I love this is so fun because people can have a little bit of the tarot art without
Mhm.
feeling the obligation to practice tarot or have the entire deck.
I
Absolutely.
like the ones that you've chosen. I think like
It's
I've been
that
staring
Guinan
at
and the
them.
saffron to
It
me.
really
Yeah.
it really is. And like the fact that it's Picard, they're on opposite sides, and then little Wesley in the middle,
Mm.
which is it's
Little
just
Leslie.
Yeah, I just needed to have like captains and then significant location and then
Mm.
significant character who I love a lot. So that's why we have Guinan and Kira
bruh,
and
Kira.
Seven.
it's perfect. It's great.
It really is.
Love it.
Oh.
All
Hamlet
right. Well,
Jones.
where can people find you? Where we keep talking about the Etsy. So can you spell the name of your shop?
Absolutely. It's DeosilDesigns and it's D like dog, E like Eddie, O like Oprah, S like Sam, I like Igloo, L like Lucy. So if you type in Deosil into the search bar in Etsy, it'll ask you find shops that contain the word Deosil, and that's what you want to do. Yep.
Perfect. Um, and then you have a blue sky, I believe.
I do. And
Is it all? It's also DeosilDesigns.
I don't remember. Oh my gosh.
I think it is because you sent me the link.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So
I'm
it
reading
is
it from my
DSL
notes.
Designs at Blue Sky. And then my display name is Alex the Rage Page, because I like using my real name for things so people know who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Did you
sorry,
almost blink it?
I
Had a
know,
stroke?
Mike
You
just had a
literally had a
stroke.
I just
stroke.
glitched. Um,
Blink if you can hear us, Mike.
What
I
Mike
was
was
like,
going to
I
say
feel
is
like
that
there's I feel like there's
there's-
more. I want to keep
there
going
is.
forever, but I won't.
Yeah, look at you. You're trying. See?
I
Look at the
know, I know. I'm
timestamp.
like, I know. Look at the timestamp.
We're going to put all the
Thank
things
you.
in the
Usually,
link
Alex,
below.
at this point in the podcast, Lanita will interrupt him to prolong the pod, but he just did it to
Right.
himself instead.
He did it to
That's
himself.
myself. She doesn't have to do it.
All
Oh my
of the things
gosh.
will be in the link below, and everyone order the things. The artwork is beautiful, and I'm not just saying
Absolutely.
that. Like, it's awesome.
I also just
Absolutely.
followed myself. So
So there's only one left in the shop right now.
Well, and I haven't checked my stock. I have a show this weekend, so I hope my stock numbers are accurate. I will check them though.
Okay, no worries. Listen,
we're patient.
worries.
good things
people.
come. Good things come to those who wait. I'm excited. I know what I'm getting, so when it arrives in the mail, I'll just be like, "Ooh, Christmas for me."
I am so happy to be here and talking with you all and just feeling the mutual love about the series is because that's why I do this. I love to do the art, but then I love to talk about it and just share the ideas. That's where I'm at.
Well, and it's funny because I think we have found a love for talking to Trekkies, and you are giving us a way to look at it that we've never seen before. So this is really a revelation. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a mutual admiration society around here. All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Damian and Lanita, as always, for being my lovely co-hosts. And thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed today's episode, give us a like, a 5-star review, subscribe to us on YouTube. This episode, I think, will be really good on YouTube. So if you've gotten this far, go back and watch the whole thing on YouTube. It'll be great. You can find us at Hailing Freak Open. That's FREQ. And at our webpage, hailingfrequenciesopen.com. We're on all the socials. And with that, I will say, Hailing Frequencies closed.
No goodbyes. Just good memories. Hailing frequencies closed, sir.